You have St. Joseph's, Layton Christian, Utah Military Academy, all private schools. Enterprise in Region 18, the only region that is made up entirely of public schools. And so the realignment going to the 6 classifications really changing the face of 2A this year. And same thing really for 3A. There's a lot of those traditional 3A powerhouses, 4A and a lot of the old 2A schools playing. A big difference in the teams we're used to seeing here at the Utah Valley facility. For about the 20th year or so, they've been coming up here. We apologize. I'm having to sit clear on the opposite end of the gym from where this is, and so even seeing the numbers is difficult from my location. But it's because of just this weird setup of 4 courts all down on the surface at the same time. For Enterprise, also starting number 24, Shelby Lyman, excuse me, that's a flash. Shelberth will be starting as well for the Lady Wolves. You'll have it, the libero will be Timmy Phelps. And also Ellie Shirtliff will be on the floor for the Wolves, playing front row. Ellie number 25, I believe it is. Again, they went away from a paper roster, went to online one, and I don't have that available currently with me. All right, Layton Christian will start off with the serve. First pass set up there by Ronnie Robinson. They go right to Jazz Gardner for the kill down the line. And Enterprise up 1-0 to start things off in the first set. Timmy Phelps back to serve for Enterprise. Nice pass right to the setter. And a looping hit saved by Phelps, just pushed across by Shirtliff. Again, number 7 with the hit. It's tipped at the net. Lob sets it up for Gardner again. Kind of misfired on that one. It's dug up. Pushed to the left side. Blocked by the Wolves. Gardner and Farnsworth up there for the block to make it 2-0 Enterprise. Timmy Phelps again back to serve. Coach Brian Phelps, one of the longest tenured coaches in the state, I'm sure, in volleyball. He's 26th year, I believe it is, coaching Enterprise volleyball. Phelps with the serve. Back row attempt by Layton Christian into the net, so 4 hits will be called, and Enterprise goes up 3-0. Phelps across the net again. Set again to the back row. Blocked by Shirtliff, but it stays on the Enterprise side of the net. Point Layton Christian. 3-1 Enterprise. Layton Christian will go back to serve. Pass taken overhand by Gardner, right back to Gardner on the set, blocked. Layton Christian closes the gap to 3-2. Nice block by the Layton Christian front line. Another serve, this time picked up by Ronnie Robinson. Push outside again to Gardner. Gardner this time goes down the line. Again, dug up by Layton Christian. They just serve it or pass it back across. Ellie Shirtliff with a 2-handed tip across the net, easily picked up. On the net, off the double block in the middle. Layton Christian ties the game up at 3. So 2 3-0 runs by the 2 competing teams out there. So Layton Christian, after the Wolves started with a 3-0 run, on a 3-0 run of their own. Pass by Ronnie Robinson. Lob pushes it outside to Gardner. Too far outside. It hit the antenna. And a 4-3 Layton Christian lead. So the Eagles with 4 straight of their own. Ronnie Robinson pushes it up the lob. Again to Gardner. They've gone to Gardner pretty much exclusively. And it's pushed back across. They're going to go to Gardner again. Gardner this time with the kill. Puts that one down with authority off the block, off the net, to the floor. And number 2, Christensen will come in to serve. Shelby Farnsworth goes to the bench for the Lady Wolves. Christensen with the serve, drops it in there for an ace. She got it across the net and the bottom fell out, and it dropped right in front of the Layton Christian receive. And Christensen to serve again. This one a little higher, picked up by the libero. Pushed outside, little tip, dug up by the Wolves, and passed across by Gardner. Outside again, off the block and down. Layton Christian ties the game up at 5. So this Layton Christian team, again, just the 5th place out of Region 16, but they have come out playing pretty well thus far. Phelps with the pass to lob to Robinson, who pushes it across. Again, in the middle of the floor, it's blocked, but saved. Again, there's a tip, dug up by Christensen. Back row push over by Phelps. Again to the middle, and just a missed hitting opportunity, error on Layton Christian. Enterprise takes the 6-5 lead. Jazz Gardner goes to the back line to serve. She'll do a jump serve. And when she's on, it's a deadly serve. Good serve there. Tipped over the net by the Layton Christian setter. Pushed up again in the middle of the court. That's out of bounds. It'll be Enterprise ball. And point. Just a little bit long off the back line as Gardner goes back to serve. Serves it from the middle to the left side. Little miscommunication. A couple of the Layton Christian players not sure who was going to take that ball, and the error will result in the Enterprise 8-5 lead. Gardner with the serve. Nice pass by the libero. Again to the middle of the floor. Off the block, out of bounds. Layton Christian point, and they will have the ball. Serving 6, Enterprise with the lead. So the Eagles trailing by 2. Serve it to Robinson. Lob with the pass, or the set, check that. Robinson with the hit, dug up, partially blocked. And out of bounds. That'll be Enterprise. Oh, they call it tip. That was probably a good call. Looked to me like it did go off the Enterprise fingertips. And it should be 8-7. Enterprise with the single point lead. Lob serve, picked up by Phelps. Alley lob with a set out to Robinson. Nice hit on it, but it dug. And a missed hitting opportunity off the antenna, out of bounds. Enterprise with the point. Goes up 9-7. Number 20 in for the Wolves to serve, Sam Hyatt. Serves for Timmy Phelps. Ball hit long, Enterprise point, 10-7, the Wolves with the lead. Hyatt with the serve, almost ate up the passer, so it results in a free ball. Enterprise. Lob will push with a nice power swing off the Layton Christian defense, out of bounds. Enterprise leads it 11-7. Timeout, Layton Christian. Both teams back on the floor. Sam Hyatt to resume the service. Enterprise leads at 11-7. Hyatt across the net. Pass back, a little difficult ball for the setter, so it's just tipped across. Lob pushes it up. Hyatt sets it for the middle, and that's Robinson who just tips it, easily picked up. Blocked at the net by Holt. And call Holt for in the net, resulting in a Layton Christian point, 11-8. Hyatt leaves the game, as does number 35, Ellie Shirtliff. Timmy Phelps back into the game. Nice hit by Robinson. She'll go to the back row to serve, leading 19-9. Serve by Robinson. There's the outlet hitting attempt. Block. Pushed up to lob. Just for the deep corner. It's picked up there by Layton Christian. And then they call a double hit again on Layton Christian. 21-9 Enterprise with the lead. And the second timeout. Layton Christian. Both teams back on the floor as Robinson serves across to Layton Christian. Tipped across by the Eagles, and it's out of bounds. Came out behind the antenna, and the Wolves take a 22-9 lead. Robinson with the serve. So they go back row to the Eagles. Pushed up by the Wolves. Crossed by Gardner. Outside, hitting attempt blocked again by Gardner. Gardner with another block kill, and it's 23-9, Enterprise with the lead. So the Wolves in total control of this set. Robinson to the libero. Outside power, hit too deep. Set point for the Wolves. Ronnie Robinson with the serve, right down the middle again. Middle blocked by Gardner, but pushed back over by Layton Christian. Nobody home to pick it up, and Layton Christian breaks the run. It's 24-10. Enterprise with the lead. Layton Christian about to serve. Picked up by Phelps. Lob will set it outside to Gardner. Gardner with the kill. That's the set. Enterprise wins the first one, 25-10. Both teams back on the floor now. Now Enterprise won the first one 25-10. It was 10-8 Enterprise. Enterprise then went on a 15-2 run to close that one out 25-10. And underway is the Wolves serve it, blocked by Farnsworth, out of bounds. Nope, it was in by Farnsworth, and the Wolves get the 1-0 lead. Robinson with the second serve. Again to the power side, Robinson with the pickup. Goes to Holt, who from feet on the ground gets it across. Middle attempt by Layton Christian. Jazz Gardner sets her feet, lobs one for the back corner, picked up by Layton Christian. Farnsworth tips it up in the air, saved by Lobb. Across the net by Phelps. Outside to Layton Christian, block again but it gets pushed over by the Eagles. Nice save on the net. Dig by Robinson, push outside, that's Holt. Picked up on the back row by the Lady Eagles. And hit too long by Layton Christian. Enterprise takes the 2-0 lead. Just some more updates on some ball games we'll give you as we go along. Beaver, as Robinson gets the serve. Layton Christian into the net, can't get it there. 3-0. Beaver's in a battle with St. Joseph's in the fourth court here, right below us. And served long by Robinson. It's 3-1 now, Enterprise leading. Again, apologize, there was no roster available anyway we could track down for Layton Christian. So as the Eagles serve, I don't have any names to go with their team. That's hit too long by, it'll be Layton Christian ball and point. 3-2. So it looks like Beaver and St. Joseph's are going to go to a fifth set as the Lady Eagles for Layton Christian go to the back row again. Hit too long, out of bounds would be Enterprise point. 4-2, Lady Wolves. An update on some of those football games. Parowan now leading Altamont 41-7 in the 1A playoffs. Phelps with a nice serve, an ace. That thing got across the net, hard forward spin, took a hard drop, and Layton Christian unable to get it off the ground. The Wolves lead 5-2. Phelps right down the middle. Back set to the weak side. Pushed out of bounds. Enterprise point. 6-2 the Lady Wolves. Timmy Phelps again with the serve. And that will go off the back row out of bounds. Another ace by Phelps. And it's 7-2. Enterprise with the lead. And timeout. Layton Christian. All right, both teams back on the floor. Enterprise 11-2 lead. Quick timeout by Layton Christian. Is to serve again. Other 1A action in football as Phelps gets it across the net. Pushed to the power side. Tipped at the net and Jazz Gardner into the net. That'll result in a point. Layton Christian 7-4 Enterprise lead. 7-3, check that. Duchesne leads Monticello 33-0 and Milford 28-0 over Rich, both in the fourth quarter. All right, Layton Christian takes the serve. It's picked up by Gardner on the left side. Set to Gardner outside, kind of behind her. She takes a little off. It's picked up easily. Ellie Shirtliff, a couple of tips at the net, and then they call her for into the net. 7-4, Layton Christian trailing by 3. In 2A football at halftime, we already gave you this score. Delta 27, North Sevier 14. Serve passed by Robinson outside, blocked but down on the Layton Christian side, and Jazz Gardner with another kill. Indy Christensen comes in replacing Shelby Farnsworth and serves it across, picked up by Layton Christian. Setter pushes it outside. Phelps with the dig. Again to Jazz Gardner. That's picked up by the libero for Layton Christian. Then the libero attacks the ball, pushes it across, and kind of a little miscommunication. Phelps does push it across for the Wolves. And a middle attempt by Layton Christian off the block and down. It'll be Layton Christian point. 8-5 Enterprise lead as Layton Christian serves. So the young lady that in the middle for Layton Christian getting most of the sets. She's their most effective hitter. Lob out to Gardner. Gardner hard off the defense down the line. Side out of bounds. It'll be Enterprise point. 9-5 Lady Wolves. Gardner now back to serve. Gardner with that floating jump serve. Picked up by the libero. They go back row and into the net. Another hitting error by the Lady Eagles. Enterprise with the 10-5 lead. Gardner again with that jump serve right into the net. And 10-6 Layton Christian with the serve now. In 2A, I mentioned Delta Summit 33-6 in the fourth quarter. San Juan. Layton Christian with the serve. Robinson passes it, gets it back into the net. Another hitting error on the Wolves. 10-7, the Wolves lead by 3. Also in 2A football, Beaver laying the wood to American Leadership Academy 42-3 just before the half is the last update I had. High looping serve and pushes it up the Lawson. Robinson walk out of bounds, Enterprise point. 11-7 Wolves. This has been maybe if there's a real weakness on this Enterprise team, they've been incredibly predictable. They set Robinson, they set Gardner, and a few go to Holt, but that's about it. The others just don't get it, and so teams that have scouted the Wolves know to really focus on those. Nice hit, good save by Hyatt, and the Wolves are managed to stay alive and free ball it across. Tip is blocked. Holt up there to block the tip, Jessica Holt. And it goes back on Layton Christian's side. Enterprise with the point, 12-7. Hyatt continues the service. Tough pass, still a nice set though from the non-setter and a beautiful location by the outside hitter. Layton Christian dumped it right down the net on the far side. And 12-8. Enterprise with a 4-point lead. Also in 2A football, Grand leading Millard at half 14-2. Nice kill that time by Holt. Passed it outside. Holt got a nice cross-court kill, and the Wolves 13-8 lead. So setter Ali Lob back to serve. Picked up back row middle. Christian. Apparently we've got, they call a violation on Layton Christian at the net. And Enterprise gets the point, 14-8. Set back row again by Layton Christian into the net. Point Enterprise. The Wolves lead it by 7, 15-8. They're already up 1-0 in sets. And there's an ace by Lob off the back row out of bounds. Ball dribbles over into the other court. That's one of the real tough things here. Timeout. Both teams back out on the floor. Enterprise leading 16-8 the second set. They won the first set 25-10. Allie Lobb on her last serve had an ace. This one right to the libero. Nice pass to the setter. Little tough outside set. Cross court, out of bounds. Enterprise ball. That was close. Looked like she'd made a nice play out of a tough set. But instead the Wolves go up 9, 17-8. And that little miscommunication is that ball went right off the libero. The libero protected the other back row passer to pick that up, and they just looked at each other and ricocheted off the libero. So another ace for Lobb. A block. Robinson up on the block, knocks the ball back on the Layton Christian side, and the Wolves go up 19-8. So the Wolves had a great run with Lobb serving last set. They've had another one with her serving. Pass by the libero, tipped off the hands of the Layton Christian middle blocker, mitter out of bounds, and it'll be Enterprise point, 28, the Wolves with the lead. Pass again to the, or set again to the back row. Phelps will get the dig on that. Pushed out to Holt, who gets a nice cross-court kill again. It's good to see them involve Holt a little bit, not be so predictable with the Robinson-Gardner show. Holt with another nice kill, and the Wolves take the 21-8 lead. Ball pushed down the line. Nice job by number 7 Layton Christian. Pushed that down the line to the hole, and it's 21-9. The libero for Layton Christian will be serving. Right into the net. 22-9, Enterprise with the lead on the service error. Back to serve. Again, number 5, Ronnie Robinson. Robinson floats it across to the middle. Setter pushes it outside. That's long and outside. Enterprise with the point. The referee looked long and hard. See if that was tipped at the net. Robinson will serve again, leading 23-9. Again, set outside. Robinson picks it up, and a double hit they call again on the setter. So Layton Christian with several of those as it's set point again. Enterprise about to go up 2-0 in this match. There's the pass, dumped by the setter, picked up by Robinson. Lobb back, sets it to Farn. Tipped out of bounds. That was going out of bounds, but one of the Layton Christian ladies reached out and got it. Enterprise wins this game 25-9 to go up 2-0. All right, the Lady Wolves lead it 2-0 here in the first round. The 5:30 game was supposed to be between Kanab and Wasatch Academy still has not started here on court 4 because Beaver and St. Joe's are still playing in a 5-set match that continues. Some football scores again. Parowan 41-7 final over Altamont. Duchesne 33-0 end of the third quarter. Millard, or I should say 28-6 final. Delta 46-33 North Severe in the fourth quarter. Delta 46, North Severe 33. South Summit 40, San Juan 6 as that one approaches the end. You have Beaver 42-3 at halftime over American Leadership Academy in a 14-2 Millard lead. In the 4A quarterfinals, or first round, some teams of interest. Desert with a 31-13 win over Bonneville. Or excuse me, in the fourth quarter. Layton Christian starts off with the serve. They go to Gardner, do the Wolves. It's dug easily off the back row. Go to the middle, an attempt to hit, and 4 hits. I was going to say, I didn't think the Wolves blocked that. They did not, so Enterprise gets the point 1-0. Timmy Phelps back to serve for the Lady Wolves. Phelps, tough serve, manages to pick it up, do the Lady Eagles, and get it lost. Lob will go back set to Gardner, who hits from the middle. That drifts back and is dug. Sent across by the Lady Eagles. Gardner down the middle, little tip to the right, and gets the point. Found the hole on the right side. Enterprise leads at 2-0. So Desert Hills, the defending state champion in 3A, moving up to 4A this year with the lead in the first round. Phelps with the serve. There's the hitting attempt. It's tipped by Gardner. Gardner's going to go do a second ball attack. It is dug up by the libero. The libero's just going to have to send it across free. Picked up by Robinson. There's another attempt by Gardner, and that's in. Enterprise with the 3-0 lead here in set 3, leading 2-0. The Wolves will play again at 8:30 if they finish this one off. Pass goes back across the net where Robinson picks it up. Shirtliff, a little jump and attack, and gets the kill. Nice job by Shirtliff. Good athleticism, didn't play last year and has had to try to make up for some lost time this year in developing the skills, but certainly plenty of athleticism. Good kill by Shirtliff. Tough serve. Has to be pushed across by Layton Christian. Gardner just has to push it right back though. The Wolves can't get into system. And there's a block, but dug nicely by the Lady Eagles. And deep corner by Lobb, picked up by the libero. Good long rally here. Lobb pushes the ball to Gardner. Gardner sets it up. Shirtliff with a hit out of bounds long. Got the ball behind. It's Layton Christian, point 4-1. That's been the biggest challenge for Shirtliff, is to get that timing and get the location of the ball out in front of her. She'll float by it and it'll go long on her. Serve, Robinson. Push out to Gardner. Gardner can't get to it. It's tipped back. Let's see what they call on that. They're going to say it's Enterprise ball as it was tipped, pushed back, and out of bounds. Now Layton say they did not make contact. And indeed, they're going to leave it Enterprise ball 5-1 Enterprise. Also, some of those St. George teams. Pineview 42-0 over Twilla at halftime. Christensen into the game to serve. Back row set, blocked by Shirtliff. And Enterprise goes up 6-1. There's that athleticism I'm talking about. Shirtliff with good hops, gets up high, and is a force with the block. If she can get the hitting down, she'll be tough. Nice kill by Layton Christian, outside hitter. Again, their most effective hitter out there. Serve off the back row by Layton Christian, pushed outside to Gardner. Gardner with Hill. Off block down the net. Enterprise point. And number 10 for Layton Christian. And she's their do-everything best ball player. She's handling as many of the balls as they can get to her. There's a tip by Lobb, picked up by Layton Christian. Blocked down the middle, and she's not wearing number 10. Is that, I can't tell. Her long hair blocks it in the back, and I don't get a chance to see the friver very often. Maybe number 2, I can't tell, 2 or 7. Overhand pass, back row hitting attempt by the Lady Eagles. Lobb will push it out to Robinson. Robinson has it blocked. Lady Eagle point, 8-3. Enterprise with a 5-point lead here in set 3. Out to Robinson. Robinson from the floor hits it over. Nice diving save by the libero from Layton Christian. And the hit out of bounds. Point Enterprise, 9-3 Lady Wolves. Cedar in the first quarter in football for a football tied with Stansbury, 7-7. Served by Sam Hyatt, picked up by number 5, the libero. Back set, Layton Christian. Ball drops. They call it double hit again on Layton Christian. And Enterprise will take the 10-3 lead. Looks like maybe that young lady that's the tough hitter for Layton Christian is number 10. Yeah, it is number 10. A serve by Hyatt as she split the defense, and it drops near the back line. And the 11-3 lead for the Wolves. Set to the libero on back row. Gardner with it. Nice save by Kendi Christensen. Pushed across by Hyatt. The Wolves with a nice save there. Quick set. Saved by Gardner. Pushed across by the Wolves. Hitting attempt long. Out of bounds. Enterprise point, 12-3. So the Lady Wolves living off the errors right now of Layton Christian. Passing there, but able to pick it up after Robinson pushes it back across the net. Gardner picks up the tip. Lobb will push it out to Holt. Holt has it blocked and out of bounds. Enterprise point, 13-3. Enterprise with the lead. So Holt did a good job on that one of going ahead and hitting the ball hard, and it went off the block out of bounds. Serve picked up by Layton Christian. Back set. Long again on the hit. Another hitting error by the Eagles, and the Wolves lead 14. So as it looks like the Wolves are going to advance to the second round, that game will be at 8:30. Meanwhile, on court 3 is Layton Christian with the hit. Kendi Christensen gets the dig. Gardner with the back row attack. Dug up by the Eagles. A little lob hitting attempt. Christensen again chases down an errant pass. The Wolves have to send a free one across the Eagles. A middle hit attempt, blocked by the Wolves. Down, Enterprise point, 15-3. Duchesne, the Duchesne Lady Eagles, they're also the Lady Eagles, just got the victory over North Sevier here on court 3. They advanced to the second round. And number 10 fires it down the line and off the back line, out of bounds. Enterprise 16-3. The Wolves now pulling away as the number 2 team in 2A to move to the second round. Serve picked up by Layton Christian. Hitting attempt out of bounds by the libero off the back. And the Wolves increase their lead, 17-3. Enterprise leading it by 14. And timeout, Layton Christian. Both teams back on the floor. Serving still for the Lady Wolves, Sam Hyatt. Millard and Waterford getting ready to play on court 3 in the second round of the 2A volleyball playoffs. Cross court dug by Gardner, pushed up by Lobb, and Holt's attempt at a kill down the line is picked up by the Lady Eagles. And another double hit, I believe, called on the Lady Eagles. And the Wolves increase their lead now 18-3 as Hyatt continues the service. Hitting attempt, blocked, down by Holt. Enterprise gets the point, 19-3, so give Holt credit for the block kill on that errant pass or set. Hyatt gets it across the net. Again, they attempt the back set. This is a nice hit. Good chase down by Kendi Christensen. I missed the call there. They give the point to Enterprise. 23, so there must have been some kind of a net violation or illegal pass. The libero pushes it across to Gardner. She'll set it up for Lobb. Lobb gives it to the middle to Robinson, who pushes it to the corner. The Eagles chase it down. And the libero gets the hit off the middle block and down. So the first point for the Eagles in a while. It's 20-4, Enterprise with the lead. Served by Layton Christian. Gardner with the pass. Outside Holt with the attack. That's out. It'll be a hitting error on the Wolves. Layton Christian point. 20-5. Enterprise leads it. Number 10 for the Lady Eagles back to serve. The serve picked up by Phelps. Phelps hits it right into the middle of the net. So a 3-point run by the Lady Eagles, 20-6, Enterprise lead. Serve picked up by Christensen. Sent across by Holt. The Lady Eagles, another double hit on the setter. It'll be 21-6 Enterprise. Lobb back to serve for Enterprise. Lobb serve right to the libero left side. Back row hitting attempt. Phelps picks that up. Lobb will set it up middle. Robinson with a nice cross to the left side for the kill. It's good to see her getting going in there and moving the ball around to both sides a little bit. 22-6, Enterprise with the lead. Lobb sends it down the middle. Picked up by the Lady Eagles. Nice back row kill by the Lady Eagles, number 10. Looked like she was going to cross left. She brought it back to the right. And St. Joseph's will advance to the second round. Beaver into the consolation bracket as they drop their set, or their match. And Robinson off of the back row dig of Layton Christian. Out of bounds, Enterprise point. The Wolves 2 points away from a sweep there. 23-7. Robinson with the serve. Set goes the outside. Robinson can't quite get her feet under that ball up overhand. Stumbles a little bit. The ball goes to the floor. It'll be Layton Christian point. 23-8. The Lady Wolves still with the commanding lead, leading 2-0. Pass by Robinson. Outside they go to Gardner. That's one of the nicest hits she's had of the night. And she puts it down with some authority. And the Wolves are now at set and match point, 24-8. Phelps with the serve. The ball is going to be silver free to Phelps. Lobb will set it up. They go outside to Shirtliff. Shirtliff, the nice swing. And off the dig of Layton Christian, they save it, get it back across the net. Down the middle, oh, Gardner with the emphatic kill. And that'll do it. Enterprise wins this one 3-0. They have won this set 25-8. So a 25-10, 25-9, 25-8 victory for the way in the second round at 8:30 on court 3. They will take on the winner of Roland Hall and Altamont. That game's still in progress. We'll be back on the air hopefully as close to 8:30 as possible. They're running a little behind, so we may be a little late with that one. Back on the air for Enterprise versus the winner of Altamont Roland Hall at 8:30 on court 3.